public service announcement brought to you by the good people over at Dreamville Records.
And so, my fellow Americans,
So, can you state for me your full name and age?
Anthony Allen, and 25. I was combat infantry, but that wasn't the only job I did. We worked as the commander's driver. I worked in supply. I worked in the training room doing logistics and paperwork. Whenever you think infantry, it's not just kicking indoors and blowing stuff up. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of other things. Very versatile job. They're a government-funded organization that's supposed to take care of veterans, medical, dental. I get my disability check through them. You could probably look up a better definition of the VA than what I can give you. I don't know the ins and outs. All I know is I get my health care through them. I get my disability check through them. And they call me up every other day and say, hey, we need you to come to the doctor and do this.
And then when you leave, it just doesn't care.
It just pushes you out the door and says good luck.
Okay.
The VA is there to kind of be a safety net, but
Okay.
too many times they're overbooked, they're underfunded. A lot of the doctors up there are just there to collect a paycheck. I've come across a couple vets and a couple different people that whole saying, those who can't do, teach. Well, those who can't teach work at the VA. And it's too many times I run across doctors, nurses, just staff up at the VA or any VA that some are great, but some are just like, sure, we'll get to you when we get to you. And it's sad. There's a lot of different programs out there, a lot of therapy programs. There's the local vet centers or veteran centers that if you had been to a combat zone, you're eligible to go to those. So whenever I come across the vet, I say, hey, go to these veteran centers, because all the therapists there are veterans. They all know where you're coming from. Instead of going up on the hill in Portland, coming back from Iraq, I was really depressed and I was kind of recluse. My medical side helped with the PTSD. The unit side is your infantry, suck it up and drive on, so they made things worse. Then getting out of the Army, I was medically retired out for various different reasons, including PTSD, a lot of physical injuries. Getting out, for 2 years I was a really bad recluse. Didn't want to leave the house, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to talk to anybody. Barely talked to my wife. Mainly sat behind a computer and played games all day. Not the best thing to kind of help with that. And then just recently, in the past year, I've started helping vets deal with it, and then going to school full time. But to answer your question, I was very nervous to get out because I didn't know what was going to happen. When you're in the military, the Army will take care of you. Once you get out, they could give two shits about you. Oh, sorry. My PTSD actually stemmed from assaults from fellow soldiers, fellow non-commissioned officers. I got sexually assaulted while I was in, publicly assaulted. A lot of those things. That's what caused the PTSD. That's what caused a lot of the disconnect between a lot of other people. It's something that I went through, something that I don't mind talking about, because too many times, especially for men, infantry, they bottle up and it never happens. I came back from Iraq, went through the whole screening process about, hey, do you have this, do you have that? Like I was saying, I hit every single box to talk about the traumatic brain injury and PTSD. They pulled me aside and asked me what was going on, and I'm like, well, at the time I was denying everything. I didn't want to accept it. I'm like, well, this happened, I'm having nightmares, could this be the problem? And they're like, oh shit. I went through and talked to multiple different therapists when I came home. I started a criminal investigation against the soldier. My command got involved and helped sweep it under the table. A lot of the people I thought were brothers denied anything ever happened. So, and they took the NCO and shipped him to a different duty station, and the investigation stopped. And once that stopped, I kind of got shunned within the unit. I'm the person I am today because those things happened. I'm not happy they happened, but they shaped me into the person I am, and I do a lot of good. If those things didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't be helping vets the way I am. I wouldn't be going to school the way I am. I wouldn't be able to sit here and be okay talking to a junior. So I'm angry that things happened, but I don't want to say happy. I'm happy things are going the way they are. I've been able to completely change the way my life's going from events, using those experiences, and making a better person and making a difference in a lot of veterans' lives.